when you are coming to Turkey, you are going somewhere you don't know really. It is like, you are going into a dark room and you don't know what you will touch. But the more you stay there, the more you live, you will understand, which direction you will, direct by yourself in your future. I suggest all students who are coming to Turkey to evaluate the years of their education here in Turkey, not only study, but also considering the language and considering the activities, all activities. We are the family of the all international students. Whenever they have any questions, anything, they are coming and we are fighting for them for all the university.
Welcome to the first educational podcast in Turkey Campus Podcast. As you know, in this podcast, we are talking about our guest stories in Turkey and our students' experiences, and also we get to know the Turkish universities more better. Today, we have our special guest, Mr. Ibrahim Mukhtar from Atlas University. We will get to know a little bit about his life and his student experience in Turkey, and also we'll get to know about Atlas University. Hello, welcome, Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you.
So, how are you?
I'm good, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
We also
representing my university, Istanbul Atlas University. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. We're happy as well to have you here. Is everything okay with the road? I know you came from far away from our studio. So was it crowded? Was it good?
No, there were no traffic. The way was very good. We come easily, and it was not difficult to find your place, your office.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where did you graduate from? Where are you from originally?
I am Ibrahim Mukhtar. I graduated from Istanbul Okan University in the year of 2015-2016 academic year, Department of Industrial Engineering. And immediately after my graduation, I start, working in international office at Istanbul Okan University. And later on, I moved to another university. Then finally, I am currently working at Istanbul Atlas University as International Relations Director.
Okay, you are originally from Somal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, from where in Somal?
Mogadishu.
Mogadishu.
Yeah, the capital city of Somalia.
What language do you speak there?
We speak Somalian language.
Somalian
language.
Yeah, okay.
We have our own language, yeah.
Is it hard to learn? Because I've had a different friends from Somal, and also everyone has its own accent, I think, there, right?
No, it's not difficult. It sounds like, Arabic, but written as Latin, For example, we have all the letters in Arabic, and we sound the same, but we write like Latin, so not in Arabic.
Yeah, okay.
And we have so many common, words in Arabic. With the same meaning.
Like which one? Because I've heard سريع. Is it correct? Okay. This is all what I know.
Means it has the N sound.
Yeah.
You see? Okay.
مفعنتهي. What does it mean?
شو أخبارك?
شو أخبارك? Okay.
كيف حالك?
This is Arabic.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, same meaning. Yeah.
Okay. And also there is a
what
different way.
I mean the pronunciation is same as Arabic.
Yeah. There's also ain and everything.
And everything, yeah.
But what is the correct response to سريعها? Because I just know how to say سريعها and then I'm out. I'm just like, okay, this is all I know. فيها. Okay. And also
فيها means I'm good.
Button, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm fine, yeah.
This is perfect. I'm curious about learning it, but I find it a little bit strange to me. I don't know. It's not like English. It's not like Arabic, and also it's written in Latin, so I'm a little bit confused. But I think it's a prayer language, so this is good. When did you came to Turkey?
I came here in Turkey in 2011.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I came for education, and after my graduation, I start working here in Turkey. Then I am living here in Turkey.
Okay, so you came in 2011 to study university, or
to study university.
And you studied the high school and also Somali, right?
Yeah, I finished my high school in Somalia, then I
Okay.
came here for higher education.
The language of teaching there, is it English or also Somalian or what?
It is mixed, it depends on the region by region. Since, the government of Somalia was collapsed in 1990 when I was born.
Yeah.
The education was not good, was not going smoothly because of the civil war. So, we have many different language, in education system in Somalia, but now the system has been recorrected. Everything is fine now. So I used to study, in Somalia, in English, in Arabic, mix. Yeah.
Actually, this is so cool. Like growing up, knowing a lot of languages.
Yeah, a lot of languages. Yeah, this is also a kind
really
of
cool.
opportunity,
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
And
yeah.
why did you choose Turkey to study?
It is a developed country according to our country. And, there are so many opportunities in Turkey. There are a lot of business, in Somalia and in Turkey also. So that is why I came here to, to study in Turkey and, to get, job opportunity after my graduation. And Alhamdulillah, I did it. I have been living here in Turkey, over 12 years in Turkey. I had, experience over 8 years in this business sector. I had met a lot of international students from different countries, whom I recruit to many different universities, including the university that I am working now as a director, Atlas University. So, and the people here in Turkey are so kind, and helpful. And the culture is almost the same as one. So that is why I used to study in Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you had any expectations before coming to Turkey about the life, about the culture, about the people? And tell us more about before coming to Turkey and then after coming to Turkey and meeting the people.
Actually, when you are first going to somewhere which you don't know, you don't have any idea, it's really difficult and a bit challenge. But after you go there and you get the experience, the education, and build with your own environment, then you will be able to create an opportunity for yourself. Then that is the time you will start to follow your dreams, future, and your expectations. But before that, since you don't know where you are going, with whom you will meet, what you are going to do there, how your life will be after that. So it's really a big challenge, and it's something that really you can't imagine. But we have a hope that things will go on well. And, for myself, I'm really happy to, came here in Turkey to get my education. And, Turkey is really, something else for me, really impressed me. And I think I will continue living here because I adapt, the country, the culture, the people, and, professional life, business. So, since I build all these opportunities for myself, so I decide to continue living here in Turkey.
About the adaptation, you know Turkish, right?
Yeah.
And you actually speak
yes,
Turkish really well. So how did you learn the language? Do you find it hard to learn?
Actually, this is what will help you if you have an intention to live here in Turkey. If you know the language, it will be easier for you to communicate with the Turkish people, to socialize with them, to attend many activities with them. So, and the people will be more helpful if and only if you know their language. Why? Because most of them, they don't prefer to speak, English language or any other foreign language. So this is the hint that people will help to create their future dreams in Turkey if they have that kind of intention. So without knowing the Turkish language, it's not easy to reach your target.
Yeah. Did you have any difficulties while learning the languages? The language,
Actually, during my time,
difficult word or difficult like word to pronounce or difficult word to understand its meaning and everything.
actually it needs time, enthusiasm, and determination. Why? Because during my when I came here in Turkey, the Turkish language teaching centers, courses were not popular as today, and we didn't get a chance to study the Turkish language by that time, and it was not compulsory or must even the courses that we were taking in the university. So I teach by myself, socializing, making friends on my own, and studying together with the Turkish people, Turkish students around me. So they are the one who teach me and who grow me up, because I spend most of my time with them, and I used to attend all the activities in the university, because not only attending classes and going back home, because you will get nothing and you will not improve by yourself. Not only getting education, you need to attend all the activities, all the programs of the university, no matter whatever it is, like 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 week, it doesn't matter. So you will introduce new people, and at least if you introduce by yourself or you say hello, just one of the participants is opportunity for you, is a plus for you.
Yeah.
So these kind of activities that I used to attend makes me popular in the university. And in the middle of my education, I got an opportunity to work within the university in different departments. Like I work with the communication department, I work with the financial affairs, like as a translator. I used to work with the registration office, students affairs. Also I did how can I say assistance for my academicians, just helping the students behind me. So all these things come combined, come together, and then they make me who am I today.
Yes, so basically like engaging with the other students and participating in different activities. This is what makes your language perfect. There is a quote, I think. It's called practice makes perfect, I think. And also there's a lot of movies, or films, series. Do you watch Turkey
not
series?
now, but during my student life, I used to watch, to attend money shows, this, that. So all this improved my Turkish language. I'm a bit good in speaking, but not even writing, because of the opportunity that I didn't get to study in a proper way, but only speaking, talking with the people, hearing by ears all the time. This helped me, and now I think I can speak, but it's still not enough.
Actually, you're being humble. Actually, your Turkish is amazing, I think. But do you have like any Turkish movie or series that you liked and you can recommend us? Because I'm like facing a lot of difficulties watching like Turkish series. I can't find one. There is a lot of like different types of it. There is a lot of different there is action, there is drama, there is comedy, and also I don't know what to watch. Can you recommend anything?
Actually, I didn't categorize them like actions, this, that. I watch whatever I saw, whatever my colleagues, friends suggest me.
Okay.
Whatever I heard during our discussions. So I just remember that I used to watch Azil.
Ezel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry, Ezel.
Of course.
Arka Sokak.
Yeah, Arka Sokak.
And so many, so many series,
There is a lot of popular series actually back to the day in these like duration in 2000s like years or anything. There is something called I think.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Okay.
In the Ezel series, there's a called an uncle called Ramiz. Yeah, his name is Ramiz. They call Ramiz Daye. Okay.
Ramiz Daye. Okay. Ramiz uncle. It means.
Yeah. He's how can I say? He's giving motivation, and whatever I hear from him when I was watching that movie, still it still is in my mind.
Yes.
He's how can I say embracing professional person, the way he speaks. He's like a real uncle. Yeah.
So he speaks from his like experience in life, right?
Yeah. Okay. Experience in life. Yeah.
I'm definitely searching about him after the episode.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah. I suggest you to watch. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And during your university life, was you the kind like introverted person, or was you like more social, participating different clubs like debating or speaking clubs or international student club? What was your like persona or character in the university life?
Actually, I was normal, medium. I never did everything like how can I say intention, or what can I say like normal life. For example, if there is any program, okay, I said I will attend, just determination, whatever. I never leave my friends alone. I used to be with them wherever they are going. If they have a picnic, if they have going to travel to any city in Istanbul, like I used to visit many cities in Turkey during my student life.
Okay.
I used to go to Konya, Bursa. I used to go to Yalova, Kocaeli. I used to go to Kayseri. I used to go to Ankara, Polo, many cities. So whenever they have any kind of organization, like Janakele, is really something else. So all these activities that I show, to attend, help me. And while and also there are so many programs, student clubs, in the universities, like football, basketball, all this. Although it is not my professional, but at least I was showing myself that I am with them.
Yes.
So all this helped me.
And also visiting different cities other than Istanbul in Turkey. Every single city like has its own culture there. I went to Erzurum, and in there they are, before like drinking the tea, they are taking the sugar cube and then biting it, and then like drinking the tea. I was like amazed by this. Why are you doing this? They said there is something called kutlama şeker. I think something like this.
Yeah. And when I hear like Erzurum,
even the way they drink the tea, they are different than each other.
Every country has its own culture, and also every region has its own culture. Even in Turkey, same. Every city is different than the other university. They have the same similar culture, but every city is popular on something.
Even in the accent.
The accent. Also.
I knew Turkish, and then I went to Trabzon, and I spent there like 1.5 months, something like this. I didn't understand a single word. The entire duration of me being in Trabzon, I didn't understand anything. They are like talking in very different accent. They understand you, but their response is very different. So, but like getting adapted to this is like adding to your character and your persona and your vision more and more, like meeting new people.
For example, some people here in Turkey, I don't know which city they are from, but they used to say, for example, neydejen.
Neydejen. Okay.
They mean nasılsın, which means how are you.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's really different accent.
Yeah, the literal meaning of this is like, what was it? What will you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them they say Norion.
Yeah, this is correct. True.
So there are a lot of different accents, Yeah. So it needs time, to stay here in Turkey for a while, and also during student life, students should, evaluate this and should consider, because all the way coming to your country, to a different country, and without, seeing different cities, without, meeting with different people, will not help you. So if you came here and decide to study in Turkey, you have to consider all this.
How did you study how did you decide to study industrial engineering? Because there is a lot of different engineering departments, like electrical, electronics, and biomedical, and everything. And there is industrial engineering. It's a little bit like different than the others, because it's mainly focusing on managing and something like this. I've heard about this. I don't know whether it's true or not. So how did you decide to study industrial engineering?
Actually, I wanted, I was having interest in engineering. And when I applied, I made 3 choices. Okay. So I don't know the other programs now, but my university accepted me industrial engineering. And when I asked them, to change, they said the other programs, there are some limited number of students they can accept each year. There is a quota. So they told me that the quota is full, there is no seat, we can only accept you this program. Okay. And then, since it's also a kind of engineering, I decided to continue with my industrial engineering, which my university accepted me. And I am lucky that I studied, It's not that much difficult, in terms of the when you compare to the other engineering. And it is all about building systems. It is all about, production, time management. Any industrial engineer can work with any company. It has unlimited opportunities. It is more close to business, and it's also more close to engineers. So they teach you everything in general, in overall. I mean, you can work with, architecture, with software engineers, computer engineers, by controlling. So you will not do the job by yourself, but you will be given the education on how to manage with these all people. So most of the industrial engineers become managers wherever they go. And it is all about, operation management. It's all about production system. It is all about job design. It is all about work analysis. There are a lot of opportunities. And, all production companies need industrial engineers. Without industrial engineers, they might be, inconvenient in the management time, There is quality control in industrial engineers, There are quality management, There are a lot of things to study in a way that you will be prepared on your future on to manage the mind of people, the mind of engineers, the mind of any workplace requires industrial engineer.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know this before. And I'm graduated from also Turkish University. I studied electrical and electronic engineering, and then I worked in some place related to something governmental in Gaziantep city. It was called the Lean Manufacturing and Digital Transformation Center. I was there participating in different digital transformations project, and in one project, the engineer who was responsible of me in this project is the industrial engineer. Her name was Zishan, I think. Yeah, she studied industrial engineering, but she is the engineer who is responsible of me in a digital transformation project. It's something has to do with electronics and control systems and everything, but she was the project manager, and she actually knew how to manage the project. She knew how to manage the people. So I was amazed by the mentality of an industrial engineer, because I didn't know anything about the department. But actually it's very important in terms of everything, and also in terms of the quality control, as you said.
Yes.
Every single factory has its own quality control specialist, and this is like making the lean manufacturing system
Yes.
and everything more perfect. So this is actually cool.
There's a project management, as you said, a course in industrial engineering. For example, if you have a construction project, and you need to know the deadline that this project will finish. So the industrial engineer will be able to design the time and the deadline of this project, the cost, the people needed, required, all these, industrial engineers can design, and without any delay, if everything or the company who is going to conduct this project follow the instructions, the rules, the requirement that the industrial engineers has been prepared, they will not have any delay, and they will not lost or time lost, money lost, whatever. So industrial engineers are all about system.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is something we've learned in this factory. It's called Model Factory in Gaziantep. They taught us something about something called lean manufacturing. It's actually about removing the wastes.
Yes.
And also decreasing the wastes, and then increasing the efficiency of the factory.
Yes.
So in terms of this, the perfect one who would work in this major is actually an industrial engineer. So this is
yes.
good.
Yes.
After graduating from the university, as you have experience in assisting the international student office and everything, you started to work in Atlas University, right?
Yes.
Okay, so could you tell us a little bit information about Atlas University? How could you describe it? Because every university has its own features, and it has its own aura. So what can you say about Atlas University?
Istanbul Atlas University was established in 2018 in Istanbul by the Turkish Balkan Education, Culture and Health Foundation. So we are one of the youngest university in Turkey, especially in Istanbul. While establishing our university, we have adopted a slogan named Butterfly Effect.
Yeah, butterfly effect.
Yes. Hoping that one day in the future, this little step will have great effect in human life. This is what it means. A small action that you will do today will bring you into greater future. For example, as a student, I decided to come to Turkey for education. It was a very small step. I was not knowing that I will be the person whom am I today, okay? So that is what it means, butterfly effect, something like this, okay? So as I mentioned, or as you may already know, Istanbul Atlas University is very famous with its health programs in the health sector. We have medicine hospital established in 1998 in Istanbul, and is one of the most respected hospital in Istanbul, in Turkey. Our students will be able to get practical education beside the theory with our own hospital. Our university has over 110,000 meter square laboratories intended for practical education and research after graduation. So we go theoretical study together with practical study at our own hospital. So our students will get a chance to get training programs at our hospital from the first year up to the graduation. There is no a gap between, they will start from the beginning up to the graduation. It goes together. So this is Istanbul Atlas University.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I used to hear about the Turkish universities, like the students have their practicing lessons in laboratory, but this is the first time that I'm hearing that the students can also make their practice lessons in the actual university by like getting training from the actual doctors. It's actually a very good thing too. Okay.
Yeah, actually it is almost the same. Some universities are getting start the training courses, internship courses after the third year of the university before they graduate, okay? But, after 2 years, the students might forgot what they have teach before. So in order not to happen this, we are giving practical education with theoretical study together from the beginning and recalling them back again and again with practical, with our own laboratories. Our laboratories has been designed for quality education because when, our management decided to establish this Atlas University, thought that what can we do different than the other universities. So this is the main idea, that we have 110,000 laboratories in our university. And our dental hospital will be coming soon, within 2 months, just beside the university. The university has 2 entrances, like A and B, okay? So the B entrance will be using for dentistry hospital. So our students will get their practical education with the same campus without going out of the campus. And, our founder of the university is really a businessman. He has, a strong connection with many companies in Turkey, like in health sector, in business, with many international. So our students will get practical or training courses, internship studies with international companies. We have career center, career office, whom they are only involving to get, part-time job, training, internship courses, internship companies for our students. And the student is the one who is going to create an opportunity, within these companies. Because if the universities open the door for you, you go there for, internship courses. So it is required from the student to, involve, to create an opportunity by himself. Maybe it will be possible for him to stay with that company and work with them as I did by myself. Yeah. So Istanbul Atlas University, is one of the, youngest university, as I mentioned, with the latest technology.
Okay.
Yeah. So our students will get, will make their practical study with these new technologies, because, as the world is growing up, the technology is growing up. So we have the latest, newest technology in our campus, and our students will be able to use, in an easy way to get their qualified, required education.
Yes, could you tell us a little bit about the student life in the campus?
Yes. As Istanbul Atlas University, we have student clubs, football clubs, volleyball clubs, basketballs in our university. There is, an office who is organizing, a department who is organizing all these activities. And beside this, we have an open cinema where our students can get an opportunity to enjoy their life there, okay? And inside, the campus, there is a street called Istanbul Street, which means, there are a lot of different restaurants there, cafes, where students can sit, they can take their time, and during the break time and after the break. So the university life is prepared as a real life where people can enjoy, where people can get education, where people can interact, communicate each other.
Can you tell us about the other departments of the university?
As I mentioned, we are strong on health sector, like Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Dentistry, Faculty of Health Sciences, Faculty of Engineering and Natural Sciences, Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Faculty of Vocational School, graduate programs, and so on. We provide education in English and Turkish. So any student who decide to study in English, he will 100% study in English. And if he decide to study in Turkish, he will study in Turkish, not mix, okay? And we have a Turkish teaching language center, okay? So we have a vision that any student who come to Turkey to study Turkish language for free of charge.
So he doesn't have to pay any fees before studying?
If he is going to register any Turkish program in our university, okay? But if he is going to study as, a choice option, then it's different, okay? But if he is going to study, for example, medicine in Turkish, he or she does not need to, to pay.
Yeah, I will
it's
have
free
that
of
preparation
charge.
year free.
Yeah, because we want our students be able to communicate with the university management, with the Turkish people. So we have to teach them Turkish language, and our universities prepare accordingly. So in the Faculty of Medicine, we have medicine English and in Turkish. Dentistry, same, okay? Like in the health sciences, we have, nutrition, dietetics. We have physiotherapy and rehabilitation.
I'm sorry, nutrition what?
Nutrition and dietetics.
Okay. I've never heard about this before, so that's why I'm curious. Okay.
Yeah. And also we have nursing programs. We have physiotherapy and rehabilitation. We have ergotherapy. It's very new. Yeah, it's very new. In the health sector, we have so many programs. So any student can make his own choice. And our university is more strong in the health sector. So I suggest them to study any one of these programs and, check on our university website, the presentation videos. So they, in order to have, an idea about what they are going to study in the future. And also we have, engineering, Faculty of Engineering and Natural Sciences. We have computer engineering. We have industrial engineering. We have, interior design, interior and environmental design, architecture. We have software engineering. We have molecular biology and genetics. We have so many programs in engineering. And also in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, we have business administration, we have psychology, we have translation studies, we have, we have so many programs and so on. And vocational school for 2 years programs, which is a technical diploma, associate degree. For example, like anesthesia,
Yeah.
And for like, dental health, programs. And so many programs.
And actually, do you have any special programs for the students to study like 2 major in the same time, or Erasmus program or anything of this?
Yeah, we have Erasmus programs. Our students can go over 30 countries in Europe where they can get, training programs where they can go like for 1 year for six months. There's a lot of Erasmus opportunities, and while the student is going to this Erasmus program, the university will support in terms of financially, and because this is a project supported by the European programs like Erasmus Plus.
Yes.
Erasmus Plus means when you go to Erasmus, not only Erasmus, there are plus. You can go there for teaching if you are academicians. You can go there for getting education like for 1 year while you are continuing your university here, because you will be back and you will get know the culture of that country.
Actually, it's a
Yeah.
staff exchange,
Staff
student
exchange,
and
student
also internship opportunities.
also training
right?
exchange. There are so many programs. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And after studying in Turkey University, and then working as a professional worker in a different university, and experiencing this all different culture thing, do you recommend the students to come to Turkey to study? And do you have any advice before coming? Like, imagine Ibrahim is now in Somali, and he doesn't know how to make the decision to go to which country. He don't know what to study. So, and he may be considering the decision of coming to Turkey. Do you have any message that you want to direct it to him?
As an international student, I was feeling excited to be living here in Turkey during the years of my education. Okay. And after I graduated, I start, to dream my future. Okay. And that dream came true day by day. Okay. Today I am an international relations office director. I got married here in Turkey. I have 2 children, and I never regret to be living here in Turkey. And this is, the only country who impressed me a lot. And I can suggest them, any student who have an intention to come here in Turkey, to think about his future, to evaluate this much opportunities available in this country, and study the Turkish language. This is the main point, he or she should study Turkish language in order for him to be able to communicate with the Turkish people, to explain what he or she want, and to attend many activities in Turkey, because these small activities will take him into a higher future as a butterfly effect. So I suggest them to study Turkish language, and if they have capability to go to any abroad country, including Turkey, I suggest them to go, because you will not be the same person as you are in your country. When you go abroad, you will see different people with different opinions, culture. So these people will push you or will motivate you, to grow up, mentally and physically.
It was very, very, very nice to have you here. I hope you will participate in our different programs in the future. Just in the last of the episode, I want to ask you, how could the student apply to the university?
Actually, as Istanbul Atlas University, we have bilateral agreement with many different companies who recruit students to Turkey, and one of them is Turkey Campus. So I suggest them to apply through Turkey Campus if they have intention or ambition to study our University of Istanbul Atlas. Turkey Campus is, one of the most popular, well-known in Turkey, and they support students from admission up to the graduation. So I suggest them to come through Turkey Campus to Istanbul Atlas University.
Okay, thank you again for coming and
Thank
accepting our invitation. Okay, and
Thank
thank
you
you guys for listening to us in this episode. If you want to know any more further information about Atlas University, you can reach us and we can like answer all your questions and direct you to the major that you want to study. Thank you again and hope seeing you in the next episode.